So, true final boss time now.
Foolish, 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 foolish.
I get it. Foolish.
What revolution? What reform? How many tragedies do you think will be born of your banal egotism? Your annihilation is the wish of all humanity. Your extermination is my duty. In the name of eternal peace, be gone.
Oh, that's creepy.
Be gone with your despicable flames of conflict.
Alright, now it's definitely true final battle time. Now for real. It's also 2 in the morning in real life time. Oh!
Hey, see that?
Be careful, everyone. Our friend here just leveled up. Ha! So those are your true colors, eh? Guess you're just another might is right moron, aren't ya? The mask belied a sinister face and wings of firearms. Your preaching of peace and tranquility is the height of folly.
All right.
Won't deny change or the will of people. And if you intend to rob us of those things, then you can bet we'll put up a fight. Toshiro, if you'll take a stand for us all, then I'll be the bullet of change that guides you.
Let's go.
Right, we all know the stakes. Let's do this. Okay, so same kind of battlefield.
What to do
That's
here?
different. Be careful.
Okay, so the final battle theme is still the same, but different. So I want to say when did not Makoto, Haru takes so much damage, but I remember now, after leaving her kind of in the open there. Okay, so I assume that it reset the thingamabob. Or maybe it didn't. It says turn 13. Does that mean that it's about to move 2 notches to the right? Also, how do I deal with that guy? Those guys can't platform jump.
Now then. So it's my turn.
So that means... Because there's no way that I do this without getting hit here. So I think that that means... Yeah, I don't have to worry about those guys. Just the little drummer boy here. Yeah, so I think that means the play is this. To be dealing with this guy. Okay, pew. I might even need to heal.
All right.
Does it count as a reset battle? No, it sure doesn't. Because Heat Riser hasn't activated here. Alright, so it does just count as the continuation here in that case.
I'm ready.
Alright. Fairly certain that Joker can probably hit the hardest here.
Persona.
They have a lot of health, actually.
Let's go.
Ooh, I'm down for this theme. Ooh, and that, like, guitar bit in the back. That acoustic guitar or whatever that is. Ooh, I'm digging it. Defense probably doesn't matter that much. Oh, yeah, I should be using my things. Wait a second.
Here I go.
If I should be using my things, then, like...
Persona.
Oh, yeah, that drummer boy's in the open. Okay, hold on.
The other me.
Okay, I'm doing this, I think. I'm gonna have to deal with these guys at some point, right? Or maybe I won't if they're about to go 2 notches to the right. Maybe I just did this for nothing. I don't know.
Here I go.
Not entirely certain, as a matter of fact. But I'm gonna kill them anyway. That's what I think I'm going to do. Okay.
Take them out. You're on.
Do that.
New enemy down.
Okay.
All right.
And then... Oh. I'm still gonna deal with this guy being over here. Well,
Take that.
do some damage to that guy at least. Joker's gonna eat some damage, but that will be fine. Actually, if I know I'm gonna eat it, then this actually is gonna be a turn to raise defense, I think. Less. Yeah, that's the bit at the beginning that I really like. That's a cool bit of music there. Not like that many people will be able to attack me. Those guys won't be able to. Final boss will, but I'll eat a couple little notches of damage and then I'll be fine. It's really not a big deal. Screw this guy. I should have gotten that drummer boy in the mix, but I didn't really think this far ahead this time. Try to plot things out a little bit more carefully in the future. Oh yeah, and I get health for kills, so... Final judgment. Ow. Did I forget-y? No, it's the drummer guy that forgot-y. Thank goodness. Okay. That's fine. So we're gonna now rotate 2 to the right? No? Okay, so it doesn't carry over. Okay. Oh, thanks. Now I don't have to really worry about healing, per se. Yeah, there's no one that can shoot me or anything. So I'll deal with those guys as they come closer. It's fine. Okay, I don't really need to do that. So yeah, let's do this. I'll use Haru to raise up attack, and I'm realizing that I should have done that first.
Right, let's go.
I am realizing.
Here I go.
Okay, so let's see here. Go ahead and do that. So we're hitting harder. How much health does the final boss have now, anyway? Quite a bit.
Good job, Queen. You're perfect there.
Quite a decent amount. All right, gonna need to go here. Maybe I should even just shoot for one.
Aim.
So it's my turn.
Like, my SP, it's not like my SP's low or anything,
Our unbreakable
but
Nice work, Yoshiro.
better safe than sorry. Keep it for a bit of a rainy day here in case I need to spam a whole bunch of 1-mores on a future turn. Did I have the opportunity to take on that little drummer in the open and I missed it? I'm playing really badly right now. Holy crap. Ridiculous is will. Ludicrous is spirit. Unneeded. Unneeded. You wretched miscreants have no place in my world. Now, receive divine judgment and be annihilated. Holy numbers of salvation. Whoa, Persona 3 intensifies. Whoa, what?
See that?
Huh? What are those hovering numbers? Purge, I will purge you. Divine punishment to all those who defy the decree of stagnancy. Well, I'm picking up on a massive energy reading. You don't want to get hit by this next attack. I'll analyze it as quick as I can. Everyone, just try to hold out for now. I assume it's avoid that spot, not go to that spot, right? I guess I'll find out soon enough. I'm gonna stay here.
Now then.
All right, Joker.
Okay, you were asking for it.
Joker's hit the mark.
Should I just get him out of here?
Okay, we're down one enemy. I'll do my best.
Unless I actually do need to keep some guys around for the sake of traversal, getting 1-mores to get around, because if I just get party wiped, I'll undo if it turns out that I actually did need to be on that tile. There's no way they would expect me to get all the way over there. Everyone. Like, everyone would have to lose some party members. I could get a couple party members over there. Not like everyone.
Behold my power.
There's no way they would do it. It's gotta be avoid that tile. Surely.
No mercy. Nice position.
Yeah, I'm digging this theme. I'm liking it more than the main game P5 final boss theme. Of the main game, not Royal. Because the final boss theme of P5 main game only got, like, cool during, like, the basically cutscene where you press a button once towards the end. The actual battle theme, I wasn't really big on. I mean, I do think that this final battle theme could be better, but, like, the calm bit I kind of like. Shocked. Is everyone okay? We'll be alright now. I figured out how the traps work.
That's it then.
If you can get enough people on a platform in time, it'll cancel out the blast. Oh, so 1 means, like, get 1 person there, right?
Joker.
Just keep a level head and pay attention to the numbers. Okay, this boss got more interesting now. This is definitely now more interesting.
Slowing down.
But I'm fine being here. This is fine. I don't really care. Okay. Do that.
My whole body is tingling.
That's fine.
Behold my power.
Here. Do this, because our attack up is about to wear out.
Oh man,
Alright.
well done. Time to use my persona. That's
Okay.
perfect.
Maybe on the next turn.
There.
I'm going numb.
Nice cover.
Sure. Just pew. Maybe I should have used the stronger one more time. Maybe what I should have done, because yeah, I'm fully recovered on my SP right now anyway. Ow. It's fine. Reverse 3. So it's gonna go left 3? So I need to, like, I can't even chill on the center then.
What to do here?
So yeah, these three are going into the abyss then. Okay, I gotcha. So let's go here. Wait, should I like... That'll be a get 'em. So I don't even necessarily have to stay out in the open here. Nice. I can move over to here.
Here I go.
So yeah, if those three are going into the drink, then it's not like this is gonna become the new center.
Now then.
So it would actually benefit me to have Dudos closer to the center where I can.
So it's my turn.
Okay, hold on.
What to do here?
Yeah, Joker's position is fine.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that guy is in the mix. But I want one more boost off of him first. That's what I want to do first and foremost. So, do this.
Hit the mark.
There. And then, so you're already on the platform that you need to be on. So do this. Take out these two guys so they're out of the way.
You'll get no
Okay. And then, yeah, getting HP from that. And then... Oh, it didn't quite kill that guy.
All right, let's go. What to do here?
So, like... I guess I can do another one if I want.
Check.
Sure. Or maybe I missed that guy. Was I
Here I go.
dumb with my positioning or something?
This will be a hit.
So it's
Okay,
my
pew.
turn.
Man, I may as well here, right? Because I'll have enough movement to make it over to the next thing. I can use it all the way across here. Wow.
Persona!
Okay. Can I...
It's our power up.
Alright, I'm doing it. In that case, I'm giving it a go. Sweet. Alright, enemy phase. Alright, turn these tiles. Yeah, I can. Yeah, those guys just die. Yeah. Interesting things they're doing with the battlefield here. Holy numbers of salvation. Okay, so get some people onto the positions. The shock before wasn't too bad, but I assume it'll get crazier. 0? Oh, 2. I can do that, yeah.
I'm ready.
Oh, I'm getting fat shamed. Is this not the... Oh, it is. Okay, it's just kind of weird. Okay.
All right.
Well, just immediately cancel out the moment that I get 2 people on there. Oh, that's fine.
Here I go.
That is a-okay. There's lots of opportunities to boost over here.
Got a hit. That'll show 'em.
So let's see here. Nope, doesn't immediately do things, so it's got to be like when the turn ends or something. This is fine. You can just kind of put down your own cover for safety right now.
And this one.
Since I can't really get behind any other cover otherwise, unless I boost him.
I'll do my best.
I suppose I could have.
An ally.
Yeah, I know.
I'm ready.
Out of the way, Joker.
What to do here?
Out of the way here.
You'll get no mercy.
All right.
I'll do my best.
Can't exactly hit them both. My SP's full,
The other me.
so I may as well just give this a go, right? May as well here. Hypnotize. It doesn't have to be exactly 2, right? It's probably just at least 2. Yeah, and now I can't.
Here I go.
Now
All
then.
right.
Take that.
But I can do this. Okay.
I'm ready. Here
Okay.
I go.
And then say... If I'm like here... Or I guess here.
I won't let this
Sure, do that. Or I am ending my turn with just 2 there.
Here I go.
In that case. Yeah, chill behind here, actually.
Down. Nice. Now you will feel my rage.
Oh. Can't reach Mr. Dudo from there. Here. Let's go here.
Persona.
Scythes. Like that.
You'll get no mercy. Perfect. You'll be safe there.
Full throttle.
Nice position. You'll be well hidden. Time to use my persona.
I guess I could have gone another one more with Joker. If I had just done my order differently here. Just gonna do this anyway. Sure. Okay, so now nothing happens because I got 2 on there.
Still strong.
Divine Judgment. Cogs of Fate forward 2. Okay, so go back to the left. Those guys are gonna die in a hot second. Never mind, that guy won't.
Now then.
Okay. So,
Do my best.
you guys are actually set up well now. Be right in front of him in a hot second.
Together me.
Okay, do this.
You say it, say it.
Thanks.
And then say,
Let's go.
yeah. I mean,
Do here.
Here I go.
let's see. Yeah, it'll be fine if we go 2, and we'll just immediately jump over. It's no big deal. Why not? Even though that guy's gonna die in a hot second. I can be over here a little bit more at the ready. And then if I just have the turn to spend, then I may as well.
Thank you.
May as well then. And then I'm gonna start fortifying this position here, I think.
Our unbreakable resolve.
Like this. There we go. That'll be useful next turn. Alright.
Position.
Oh, and I can reach you. Cool.
We've got a hit.
Sweet.
That'll show 'em.
Yeah, that one hit, that'll show him. And we turn.
Witness my
Eternity Wheel. So chatty. Okay, another scene. Eradicate. Eradicate. You cannot escape my judgment. Spire of Judgment. Whoa. Caught in the crosshairs.
Listen up.
Everyone, listen up. Seems like Samael's attacks are being controlled by that tower. Those things will follow you whenever you try to take cover. Talk about the god of eternally not taking a hint.
What if?
But I do have some good news. If you destroy that tower, I bet I could take control and guide him straight back at Selmael. The problem is how to destroy it. Judging from my readings, it's pretty sturdy.
So that's it.
Well, I guess when it's time to finish something off, there's only one option. Oh no.
Alright, let's
Everyone,
do this.
give this pompous god a taste of its own medicine with an all-out attack. So I need to
Here I come.
navigate people all around the battlefield now. Huh.
If you pull this off, you should be able to dodge it.
Okay. Yeah, I see. So that follows me. Interesting. Thank goodness people are conveniently out in the open right now.
You got
What
him.
if I'm not taking cover? Nope. It follows me even when taking cover. It's not that it follows you when in cover.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. This isn't the jump thing. Wait, yes it is. Oh, but the guy's on it! He's standing on it!
Persona!
Ah!
Time to use my persona.
Alright, time for my ultimate one.
Okay, let's
Doing that. Okay. But then I'm gonna need to one more someone that can be in the range. So yeah, let's do this.
Cool as always, Joker.
Like that. And then there we go. Like that. There.
Let's end this.
Let's give it a go here. Take that tower. So weird with the silhouette. Alright. Kaboom. Just imagine the guy from Wind Waker going kaboom
No mercy.
every time I say kaboom. Okay, so Howard was actually the one that I wanted, as a matter of fact.
Time to get chaotic. Behold my power.
Dang. Can't quite reach there. I can use my thing, but I'd rather save it for a little bit of a rainy day.
Boom.
That's what I would rather do. I could say screw that guy. Yeah, sure.
Let's do this.
I'll skip that one.
I'm ready.
And then get ready to come back over here. Okay.
Persona, get ready to rock.
Do some damage to the final boss here. Wherever I can. Yeah, you have a lot of health, don't you?
Unbreakable resolve.
You have a massive ton of health. Okay. Watch him immediately turn Joker into the abyss. Imagine if I actually did that. Like, it did the wheel at the same time as the tower. Which would force you to do an all-out attack with Toshiro so that your guys on either side would have to come back forward again. That would actually be kind of interesting.
Let's go.
Okay. Give this a go. That. Okay.
Persona.
And then, sure, how about the sides? Give that a go here. Bam.
Here I go.
And then... yeah, severe damage. Should I, can Toshiro finish off the guy over there?
My turn.
That's it, Toshiro. That's perfect.
Oh, it's a maybe. I shouldn't have just immediately pressed the button. Dang it.
I'm firing. Keep out
Dang it.
more. Here I go.
Oh, well. Shoot this time. Alright, that was not exactly a very optimal turn, was it? Oh, well. Oh, yeah. That was very much not an optimal turn. Oh, you didn't even do anything. Cool.
Support's on the way.
Okay. Thanks. Wasn't too necessary, but hey, I'll take it.
Here I go.
Alright, I'm doing this again. Do that.
Thank you.
Thing's about to wear off.
Ready.
Now, it's time for big damage.
Take 'em out.
Now I can feel more open to doing stuff like this. Alright.
Do this.
Alright, let's see here.
Together.
Don't know why I cycled from the top around, but hey.
All right.
Okay, sides of eternal darkness. Like that. Oh! Return. Fine punishment. Oh, so he was like charging something up? Oh, and he hit himself. Oh, that was the tower attack. I got you. It actually gives you a lot of turns to do that then, jeez. Oh yeah, right on the money. Perfect teamwork, everybody. Keep it up and destroy that tower. Then you can leave the guidance to me. Alright. Yeah.
What to do here?
Now get him more. More sides. More of them.
I'm ready.
Psycho Impact. Whoa, that's actually the first time I've used that.
Here I go.
Okay.
Time to use my persona.
Give that a go. Good opportunity here.
My turn.
Make use of it.
Unbreakable resolve.
Okay. Damage. Lots of damage. Return. Holy numbers of salvation. I gotta move people somewhere or else something happens. Oh.
Be careful.
So, I guess now will be the moment of truth of if it requires one person there or if it's like one minimum. Let's find out.
Persona.
Let's find out here.
I'll do my best.
Otherwise, yeah, I'll just chill here. I don't mind chilling.
I'm ready.
All right,
Persona.
do this. All right, about the halfway mark, judging by the heart.
Witness our power.
Actually, I think that part where the heart dips in is actually a little bit more than a halfway point. Is how I think it works in P5 and this Eternity Wheel. Calm down. Oh. Oh.
Oh no! Everyone's
But the thing stays in the same place. I gotcha.
You're done.
hit the mark.
Okay.
My body is tingling.
Interesting. Really did much damage to me. It's really just the fact that I'm stuck here for a turn. Alright. That's not a big deal. Like, for being the final boss, and for being a difficulty mode called Merciless, really not doing that much damage to me.
We fight together.
Meh. I don't really have much reason to. Just chill. Don't think he has a charge or anything. Holy numbers of salvation. Oh. Reverse 2. Okay, so just get some people on that middle platform. Get at least 2 there. I get you. It'd be nice if there was a way to see what was just cast, because if you're not paying attention while he's doing that, Let's see here. No, it doesn't show. If you're not paying attention while that thing is cast, like you looked away for a hot second, and it's just like, oh, well, I hope I'm not guided into the abyss. Like, or if it showed it in the center here still, or something like that. That'd be good. Cause yeah, if you're like looking at your phone or something for a hot second while that's happening, it's like, oh crap! I guess I die. Or I just like end turn, let it play out, and then undo turn. And then you know. Alright, and maybe if I move everybody over here, I can truly find out if it is the minimum that, or exactly that amount that it expects.
You'll be safe there. Here I go.
We shall see here. Yeah, Haru's one of her downsides is her lack of movement, but considering the way this map is designed and the fact that everyone has like the same movement on dashing anyway, you can enjoy all the perks of Haru without like the downside of movement. Amazing. Alright, but that's just a 1 for... Alright, sure, do this. Give this a go here. And then... Let's see here. Yeah, moving everybody over here. We'll see what happens.
That's perfect. You'll be safe there. Queen's got the strap
Okay.
down.
Like that.
Nice going, Queen.
Now's the time.
Okay.
Nice
Then do
position.
this.
You'll be well hidden.
Like that.
We're down one enemy.
And then I'm thinking
Nice cover.
sides on the boss here. Like that.
I'm ready.
So it's my turn.
Yeah, we'll see what happens if there's 4 on like the 2 for tile.
Incredible result.
Skillful
I
hiding.
might kill.
Witness our power as one. Show them our
Wait,
strength.
wait. Are you trying to hit your teammate? You'll
All
get
right.
no mercy. Nice cover. Persona. Nice position.
let's go.
You'll be well
Hold on. Dang. I have to leave her out in the open there. That or put a cover thing for her.
Use my persona.
Eh, sure.
Enemy destroyed.
Well,
Good job, Queen.
do I want to put a cover thing right there?
It's my turn.
Won't be that big a deal. Oh.
That's it, Toshiro. That place
Show
is
them our
perfect.
strength.
Screw it, I'm putting a cover thing. I was gonna attack with Toshiro. But yeah, I just left 2 units in the open. 1, I figured like, oh, that's fine. That's A-okay, I can eat the hit. It'll just be automatically restored by something I end up doing anyway. Okay. So what happens with 4 in here? Divine Judgment. Nothing happens. Okay, so that is minimum in that case. I gotcha. Can I reach? I can, but
I'm ready.
not like I can get a 1 more or anything in this situation.
You'll get
Oh,
no
you know what I was just saying about Haru's movement? Wow.
Shall we do this?
Whoop.
What to do
Here
here?
I go.
At least she can spend her open turn doing this. So it's not like it goes to waste.
Thank you.
This turn of hers.
Here I go.
I should have stopped her beside that cover, then she would have recovered a bunch of SP. I'm just now realizing. Because again, it's not gonna make any movement with any difference with the dashing there, so I should just chill behind cover and then did that, whatever.
So it's my turn.
Whoops.
Persona.
Okay, just take the regular shot this time, how about?
Good work there.
Yeah, I don't think I have much choice but to chill here this time.
Hit the mark.
Pew.
I'm ready.
Okay? Pew.
Nice going.
Like that. It's nice that I have these good range weapons equipped.
Down.
That's fine.
Hang on.
And then I wouldn't have gotten down either. Oh well.
Here I go.
I'm a little bit dumb sometimes. It's a final boss of the game and I'll just play the worst Persona 5 Tactica of my life. But it doesn't matter because Merciless difficulty is still insanely easy. I was saying earlier I wasn't sure if this was like the easiest SRPG I feel like I've ever played. But being on the final boss on Merciless and having encountered like no real risk of any kind thus far, it's like, yeah, I think I can say without a shadow of a doubt, this is the easiest SRPG I've ever played.
Now
No doubt about that.
Here I
Okay.
go. Be mindful of your allies.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, may as well get Haru over.
More shots.
Pew.
Way to go.
Okay. Some of us will be in the open, but we won't get one more, so I don't really care. The one that should probably be behind that cover there is Toshiro. He can't even really get over there, though.
Now
I'm ready.
then, what to do?
I can really? Wow, okay. I'll do it then. And get here.
Now's the time.
And then... No, it won't. Shut. Sides. Ah.
Go. I'm ready.
And then say...
Shall we do this?
How about this?
Persona! And let's
I'm gonna be a bit of a weirdo. Everyone's beside cover, so it's not like they're gonna get one more or anything.
Here I go.
Can I...
You will feel my
No, not over there. In which case, I'm going to... Oh.
Here I go. You'll get no mercy.
Oh. I still can't even... Oh, this I can do, though.
I hate your teammates.
Okay. I guess Haru's gonna be over here now, then. In that case.
Time to get chaotic.
Alright. Do that. We're almost there. Okay. Yep, lots of SP and HP and stuff. There goes that cube. No more of it. Final judgment. It's 2:30 in the morning. After I'm done with this, I will be calling it a night. Holy numbers of salvation. I like numbers. Gonna say 4. Oh, one on all 4 different ones. That's kind of cool. Oh, now he's using my cover against me. Okay, but I'm digging this. That's not an open, is he? Nope.
there.
But I can make use of this guy. Is it really a bad thing if I let the numbers play out, though? Because it seems like it's only lightninging me. I'm gonna see what happens. Watch it be the most catastrophic thing ever this time. But, like, if it's just lightning onto me, with, like, the tiniest little 80 bit of damage ever, it really doesn't matter then, right?
Behold my power.
I don't care about that guy next to me. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, he's gonna attack someone out here anyway, so may as well be beside the Healy cover. So I may as well do right. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. It's futile.
Is that going to hit me?
Nope, it won't. Alright, bring you down to like the last 1,000 here. Yeah, look, this is fine. Enemy turn. Divine Judgment. Yeah, the tiniest little tap of damage ever, and then I can't move. Oh, I guess that means I'm gonna be stuck over there next turn, but that's fine. I can recover from that. I don't particularly care. Oh, he got a crit! Wow! Wow! Oh, because I'm lightninged.
Oh no.
Is why. Alright.
Lower than usual.
So yeah, a little bit of a bigger deal than I thought when... Yeah, they can basically get one more off of that, but still not a big deal. Oh, and the support just completely negated that whole thing. So yeah, just do this. Yeah, I really did not have enough incentive to care about going on to those numbers. If it was like a really big, disastrous outcome by not doing that, then I would have moved. I guess now I'm stuck here where this cover's about to be destroyed, but that's fine. It's really not a big deal getting hit by that, so... Like, it's honestly better off for me to just stay here. Because of, like, the damage output that I can get instead. Besides, now I win. The light of a promise. Okay. Kind of a joke of a final boss. Unless there's a third phase.
Eternal tranquility is the secret desire of all mankind. Purge.
Well, there's the main theme, so I guess that was the final round.
I will purge you.
That or this theme is gonna lead into the actual final round. Most likely this is just the Orchilium cutscene.
It's now or never. You're getting on my nerves.
It looks so weird with this art style. Oh, he has his royal grappling hook.
If you'll pardon me,
What a weird flight path.
everyone.
That's not how gravity works. I guess this is a cognitive world, but screw this gear in particular. Oh, that's one powerful slingshot. Is Toshiro not gonna be in this cutscene?
Finish it!
Arena, can you hear me?
Toshiro.
It's because I'm so useless. I've caused you so much pain. I'm sorry, but even someone like me has their principles. I want to protect everyone that has taught me to fight. I want to protect their spirit. I want to support those who need it and be willing to fight their battles with them. So please, lend me your strength. Stand with us one more time! Arena!
We won't let
We won't let...
the fire in our hearts be extinguished!
Destroy! Destroy! Destroy!
We won't let you!
Only wanted to bring peace to humanity.
This is goodbye. We choose to fight and stand up for a better tomorrow.
Well, that was definitely a pretty cool cutscene. Probably would have been cooler if it wasn't this art style. I know I keep on saying that, but I am glad that they incorporated Toshiro and Ernesto. I'm honestly kind of surprised it wasn't an anime cutscene, and I don't know what determines in this game whether they're gonna do like an anime cutscene
Did
or
we get it?
one of those kinds of ones.
The target's not showing up on my radar, which means...
It must not exist.
It means we win!
It couldn't have just run off or anything. I mean, that looked like a pretty crazy explosion.
Oh boy, am I pooped. I don't think I can move another inch.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired myself. It's coming up on 3 in the morning.
All over. Looks like everyone's run ragged, huh? Cheers on a job well done now.
Let's get home. Some hot coffee and curry on the house sounds sublime right about now.
Jeez, man. You're already trying to mooch?
Toshiro?
Salmael said it was born from people's hearts. What does that mean? We could be looking at the possibility of another being like it emerging again?
Yeah, it definitely isn't out of the question. If that's what people wish for, it could end up happening one day.
I see. Then I'll just need to prove it, won't I? That people can keep moving forward of their own will. Even if it means getting hurt.
Come a long way.
No kidding. You've really become the kind of person others can look up to. I'll be cheering for you. Always.
Hey! Oh, shit, this place is coming apart!
Could it be because the creator of this world is gone?
Evasive maneuvers, go, go!
Everyone run, quickly! Also, if someone could lend me a shoulder, I can't move.
Yes, yes. Let's run on our own legs now.
We should be able to escape if we get back to the train. Final stretch.
Hang in there, everyone.
Guys, run like your life depends on it. We're getting back to Miss Lavenza.
Toshiro, hurry!
Wait, I'm dying.
Welcome back, everyone. Miss Lavenza, there's no time. Please get us out of here. Understood. In that case, this train will be departing momentarily. Please be sure to keep your hands, feet, and tails inside of the windows at...
Let's skip that part for now, okay? Just get us out of here, please!
What a shame. I wanted to do that at least once. All right, I'll fly us out at super express speed. Please hold on tight. It bore witness to your battle, all the way through to the very end.
Wow!
What we see here is most assuredly the product of not yielding in your convictions.
Thank you! Many thanks!
I'm hungry.
Huh? We're back here?
The creator of this world, Salmael, has been defeated. Eventually, this place should go back to its proper state. Once that happens, you should all be able to return to your reality as well. Until then, please spend your time wisely so as not to leave any regrets. Regrets?
Oh, I see. Well, we should probably get our goodbyes out of the way, shouldn't we?
Guys, hold up. You're not coming with us, Serena?
You don't mean you're going to disappear too?
No, I'm not disappearing. I'm just going back to where I came from. I was only born to protect Toshiro's heart from Salmael's rule, remember? Now that his influence is gone, it's time for me to go back into Toshiro's heart. So, you can't cry. All right, Toshiro?
A needless concern, I should say. You were once a part of me, so you'll just be going back to where you belong. What kind of person cries over saying goodbye to himself?
You really aren't honest with yourself. are you?
Hey, the fight only just ended. It's too early to be saying goodbye. There was still so much I wanted to talk about with you.
Yeah. This should be the beginning, not the end.
Thank you, Futaba. On. Brief as it was, I'll never forget the time we spent together. Not ever.
I won't tell you goodbye. I'll just say, I was proud to bear witness to your noble way of life.
We'll always be connected through Toshiro, okay? Bye, Yurina.
Yusuke, Makoto, I was saved by your wisdom on many an occasion. I won't say goodbye either. We'll meet again, okay?
She's not disappearing. I know it in my head, but it still makes me sad.
In these moments, it definitely looks coolest if you can make it short and sweet. But it looks like that ain't for me.
I feel the same way. Haru, Ryuji, I learned a great deal from your candor. If Toshiro ever loses his nerve again, I'd like you two to snap him back to his senses.
Are you going already?
It's time.
I see. And here I was planning to take you in as my apprentice. It's a shame, you know?
I guess I missed out big time, didn't I? Will you teach me if we meet again? What it takes to be a phantom thief, that is.
You can count on it.
That initial disappearing animation made me think Pokemon Mystery Dungeon intensifies. I'll always be waiting for you.
Your words always have a warmth about them, don't they? You've saved me and Toshiro with them countless times. Morgana, Joker, I'm truly glad I met you both. In this very spot, in fact.
I love how I'm the only character called by my code name and everyone else is just called by their names.
Sorry, guys. I think my time's up.
Because I guess I set my own name rather than them voicing out Ren, as is the canon name. So I guess it makes sense.
Thank you, everyone. In there! Well, in that case... It's time for action! The revolution is here! But I just can't fight anymore. It's time for revolution, Yoshiki! That's right. I'm, Stand up, Toshiro! Stand up!
Irina! I won't doubt myself anymore. No matter how many times I get knocked down, no matter how many times I falter, I'll follow the path I believe in. Will you? Watch over me.
Is this LeBlanc? There's no mistaking it. This is LeBlanc! Which means everything looks normal outside, too. Yep, I think we're back.
Hell yeah! Oh man, we really did it. Hold the phone. Where's Toshiro?
He came to that world in a different way than we did. So it stands to reason he just landed in a different location.
But how can we confirm that? Like, can we call the diet?
Yeah, I think we'd sound really sus if we did that.
They they really use the word sus. Wow. Okay. There could be a news report.
True. Remember how much of a fuss the press made when he went missing? It seems likely we'll hear if he's back.
Please be safe, Toshiro.
Also, it's been so long since seeing the Cat Morgana sprite that I kind of forgot what it looked like.
Toshiro!
Toshiro, where on earth have you been?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any concern.
Oh, I'm sure. I bet you were just running away from the pressure, as usual. Won't you just do as you're told? Or is that still expecting too much of you?
Now, Marie-san. Incompetent though he may be, he's still my dear son. Please go easy on him. Whatever the circumstances, he did come back. I'll have him make a formal apology later, and all will be well.
Father,
You fool! Disappearing at a time like this. Do you realize how much this will affect your credibility? We'll be holding an explanatory press conference immediately. I have the script for you here. Say you were covertly admitted to the hospital. The condition was critical, but you made a miraculous recovery. Now, health issues will lose you approval points, so be sure to make a point of impressing that you're back to full health. Come, no need to look so serious. Everyone still has high hopes for you. I've already laid out all the groundwork, so as long as you follow my instructions, there won't be any problems. That's how it's been, and that's how it'll stay.
yes.
Now then, Marie-san, shall we be going? We have our own preparations to make for the press conference. I would like you to play the part of the devoted fiancé who supported Toshiro through his many obligations.
Ugh, I realize I have to do this if I want to become First Lady. But it's such a hassle. Do you think I should change? Perhaps I could wear something that panders a bit more to all those commoners.
This is where the next chapter begins. Right, Irina?
I'm home! Woo! Boy, is it toasty out today.
With weather this nice, it feels like spring's already in full swing, doesn't it?
Since everyone's here again today, maybe we should ask for some coffee?
This is very disappointing. I had such high hopes for Mr. Kasukabe.
Indeed. As extreme turmoil continues to cast a pall over the political world, its future falls increasingly in question. Meanwhile, investigations of Mr. Kasukabe's father, Mr. Yoshiki, and his ex-fiancée will continue as...
Politics seem to be the talk of the town as usual, huh?
It's not surprising. Another major scandal, on the coattails of the one last year.
Gotta give Toshiro credit, though. He got right to the chase at that press conference.
Supposed to be an explanation for his disappearance, instead turned into a confessional. I am not qualified to be Prime Minister. I indict my father for his crimes.
Yeah, we're talking criminal indictments against an elder statesman by his own flesh and blood. And then he announces he's breaking off his engagement, too. Talk about a lot to process, Toshiro. Ultimately, his resignation means any hope of him becoming Prime Minister went down with him.
Everyone was totally shocked. A press conference like that brings back memories of last year, doesn't it?
The way things are going, I don't see the dust settling for a while. But at least Toshiro kept his promise. That means his resolve was real.
I don't know. Kind of want to see what they say if I say I'm a little worried about him.
especially with all the public attention
What a
he's
look.
drawn right now. That was quite the spectacle.
He's definitely got guts. His actual gut, though. Not sure it's up for what could come next.
Man, what was he thinking saying all that? Way to make us worry. Isn't there any way we can contact him? Like, asking Makoto Sis or something?
No. Public security has their eye on us. Trying to make contact with him would very likely have the opposite effect. I know it's frustrating, but waiting is our only option right now.
The phone. Why don't you answer it for him?
Hello, is this Cafe LeBlanc? My name is Representative... my name is Kasukabe.
Hey, did he say Kasukabe?
Your order, please?
Huh? Oh, one coffee. Heavy on the sugar.
Did he really just order? Hey, it's Toshiro, isn't it?
Could that be? Morgana? Wouldn't you be in cat form right now? Should I speak in feline?
Meow. Are you making fun of me? This is just a temporary guise I used to keep out of the public eye. So, what's up? You had everyone here worried.
Forgive me. I refrained from contacting you to avoid any potential trouble it might have put you in. I'm sure you know from the news by now, but things have been pretty hectic on my end. As for my father and Marie, they'll likely be arrested with their co-conspirators very soon. Wanted to make sure you all were aware of that.
I see. You did well, Toshiro.
Anyways, I've been tied up in hearings every day, and it looks like I'll only be getting even busier moving forward. I also still have to figure out what I'm going to do now that I'm not a representative anymore.
Want to work here?
Hey now. You're not the only one that makes those decisions, you know.
I appreciate the offer, but I wouldn't want to impose. To tell you the truth, I'm thinking of starting over. I want to become a politician I can be proud to be. Of course, I still don't know what kind of sentence I'll get. So, maybe expecting a fresh start isn't very realistic. But even so, I think I still want to take on the challenge. I want to be the kind of politician people can trust to take a stand and fight by their side.
Good luck.
Thanks. And one
Can't be
day,
rude at the end.
I'll turn our society into a place that no longer needs the Phantom Thieves.
That's a bold claim, Mr. Big Shot. Let's see what you got then.
Well, it's been great hearing your voices again. I must say goodbye for now. I probably won't be able to come by the cafe anytime soon, but I'll be sure to visit one day. All right then. Tell everyone I say hi, will you? Thank you, Phantom Thieves. Stay well.
Oh, wow! So Toshiro-san's going to try and become a politician again.
There's no doubt it'll be a bumpy road. He's been under a lot of fire online from what I've seen.
Yeah, the internet's already bent on canceling Toshiro and his dad. No surprise there, though. Honestly, it'd be strange if they didn't go after them.
No matter how admirable your ideals may be, at the end of the day, it's the constituents that get to decide. He'll have to restart his whole race from scratch. Actually, more than that. He'll be behind the starting line.
He had to know what he was getting himself into, right?
He did. Toshiro said he was going to fight, and this only shows just how serious he was.
Doing what you think is right doesn't always produce positive results. But he made the decision to stay the course and showed no regrets about what that meant. Regardless of how things began, we still learned a great deal from how he carried himself.
Yes, we certainly did. Someday, I hope everyone will understand what they stood for.
All right then. We did a lot of talking the talk too, so now we've got to back it up with action. That's true. We wouldn't want Toshiro and Arena to laugh at us.
So each of us will keep fighting for our respective goals. Does that sound about right?
And fight we must. First, I will battle this empty stomach, the result of an equally empty wallet.
Oh, looking at extra classes if I don't put up a good fight against that quiz tomorrow.
Big ambitions, I see.
As for you, On, don't forget to fight that appetite of yours, or you'll be kicking yourself for it again.
Shut it! You know what? I'm fighting you instead. I'm confiscating that candy as punishment.
Hey, stop! You'll spill them!
My goodness. Settle down, you two.
A curry for me, please?
Me too. You two really trying to score free grub in the middle of all this?
Oh boy. Doesn't matter how many times we have to fight for our lives. Some things never change, huh? Well, we may be our same old selves, but we did manage to save someone's life. There's no doubt the will we showed in battle got through to Toshiro and the others. Every person who takes a stand gives someone else a push of encouragement. Maybe that's how this flame of revolution gets passed on.
I'd like to pass the baton soon.
I agree. Getting whisked here and there at this rate is gonna run us ragged. At least a half year or so to kick back would be nice. Now then, we don't have much time left to spend like this. Why don't you make some coffee for everyone? Something that'll really knock their socks off. They've earned it.
What? Is this the credits theme? It's not what I would have expected from a credits theme in a Persona game, if so. Is that what this is? This is looking like it's... Yep, that's credits right there. My oh my. Oh, weird chat shadow things. Alright, well, that was Persona 5 Tactica. Huh. Well, I definitely have some feelings about this game. Maybe I'll go through the negatives first here. That was definitely, without a doubt, the easiest strategy RPG I've ever played in my life. This has 5 difficulty modes. I believe it's, like, very easy, normal, hard, and merciless. And I play everything on the hardest difficulty. And I was playing on Merciless. And I expect a game mode called Merciless to be really friggin' hard. And it just, oh my goodness, this game was so easy. I was having trouble staying motivated in the first world. The second world onward, the levels got better, but I never really felt like I was in all that much danger. I was only in danger if I made like the biggest mistake ever, and I acknowledge as I did it, like, oh, that was really bad. Otherwise, I was just never in any danger, really. It was kind of ridiculous there. The bosses playing into the difficulty there. Like, the very first world boss, your only way you're losing is if you're turning off your brain. The second world boss, that one was kind of good. That one, because it's all about traversing the battlefield and finding the way to the boss to be able to do damage while taking on these enemies, and there's that thinking that you need to do. The third world boss, it's just attack it and take out the orbs and enemies when they appear on this, like, square kind of battlefield. It was not that hard at all. And then the final boss that I was hoping would ramp it up again, it had some interesting ideas, like with the rotating battlefield, and you have to keep account of the where it's going to be rotating so that you're not sent off. I really wish that it actually continued to tell you what way it's going to rotate, because if you miss like the 2 seconds where it tells you that it's going to, where it's going to rotate, that gets screwed. You missed it. Just guess and hope for the best. And hope that you don't get sent off. So it should have continued to say that. I kind of like the idea of the different platforms that you jump between, and here's a punishment if you don't get at least that amount of allies on this tile, and you need to strategize how to do that with the movement and stuff like that. But the punishment was that lightning attack that did barely any damage at all. It was like the tiniest little tickle of damage that it did. I guess it would stop you in place, and then it would give your enemies the opportunity to pull one more, so you would receive a little bit more damage that way. But I never felt in danger during that final boss. Like, I know that my level was maxed by that point, but still, I'm playing on Merciless difficulty. So, like, come on. Like, so, yeah, the difficulty was not exactly super great, and I was getting so bored of this game in the first world. And even the later ones, they could have been a lot better. I've never really... There was very few instances where I felt like I needed to like really pull out all the stops strategically. And I wish that there was more of that, because I love strategy RPGs and I love challenging myself in them. But this was just not that. The story was a very slow start in the beginning. I had no idea what the heck was going on. It's just like, oh, it's this wedding themed game or something, and we're taking down this generic big bad and stuff, and there's these new characters of Arena that, oh, there's credits for Repaint Your Heart that I'll do sometime later. It was a very slow start. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Here's these characters of Arena, of like, hey, here's a new face of the game kind of character to be the representative of Tactica. And this random guy Toshiro that, like, what the heck is going on with him? So for most of the first world, I was just kind of like not engaged with the story at all and very confused about what the heck was going on. And it really doesn't help much that this is a very story-based game in a game that for a lot of it doesn't have a very interesting story. For like most of what the dialogue is rambling on about. In the original Persona 5, the cutscenes would be like a kind of Fire Emblem style of here's the portraits on the side that show like the facial expressions, but their models are actually still in the cutscene and are emoting and doing different actions, and you're seeing stuff happening, and it made for more engaging cutscenes, plus the material was a little bit more interesting. But in this, all the cutscenes were just like, here's background, and here's like the 2D arts for the characters that are going through basic emotes, and then the lines being read out. And they just ramble on and on and on and on, and I've been feeling sleepy at some points during the cutscenes of this game. Like, it was not exactly super engaging, especially when they're rambling on and on about stuff that just is not really important at all. So that I felt like it was not exactly a very great format. It reminded me of Triangle Strategy. In Triangle Strategy, that is a HD 2D game, like after Octopath Traveler. But unlike Octopath Traveler, that was a very, very story-heavy game, and it was basically a visual novel. You were watching cutscenes for 2/3 of the time in Triangle Strategy, and actually playing like 1/3 of the time, if that. And Triangle Strategy had like a really interesting story, like politically. It made some really interesting arguments about humanity, and I thought that the material was really good. But the cutscenes where it's just like these sprites that are just talking to each other for like 10-20 minutes as you're just sitting back is like, it drags on and it gets kind of boring. And this was like Triangle Strategy but worse in terms of like the cutscene engagement is what I found. That's the impression that I got. But I'm worried about it being a little bit long there or something without too much happening on screen. Have like as long as you have like visual elements to engage as well with like things happening, then I'd say that you're good. But this just did not have anything interesting visually going on. You see like all the character portraits, and then after enough time, like you've just seen all the expressions, there's nothing new anymore, and then the cutscenes just drag on, and then it gets really boring. So that's what I felt about that. What else were negatives that I had here? I think that's most of the big ones there. Oh, yeah, the art style, of course. Like the chibi art here, I've talked a decent bit about it during this playthrough, but this art style, the same one that they had for Persona Q and Q2, like, it makes sense for the 3DS games of Q and Q2. Like, there have been lots of games in the chibi style on the 3DS, some of which I really like Bravely Default and Bravely Second. And it's an art style that makes sense for a format or something like the 3DS. But releasing this in the modern day and age on modern consoles of PC, Switch, PS5, and Xbox, it's just, why? I don't get it. Toshiro, he's the Diet member, father and son from the scandal there, but isn't he the one who exposed his dad's corruption? I don't care, politicians are all the same. He's been in public like every day recently. Yeah, I've seen him around too. What a joke. He just wants our votes. Stumping every single day is kind of nuts though, right? I'll admit he's got guts. Now they mention it, he does seem pretty brave. The press conference with bonkers, calling off a wedding, and oh my goodness, flurry of messages. willing to believe he's someone who actually wants to help. Oh.
Thank you. I look forward to your support.
Is that same train station spot that the politician Dudo was in P5? Oh, there's that same leitmotif from the credits.
Looks like I finally caught up.
I've been waiting.
Okay, now it feels wrong to have just gone through the negatives during the credits so far, because I do have a lot of positives to say about this game too. Is also the case. But I should probably finish off the negatives first. Overall, I would say that I like this game. I will say that at the end here. But yeah, hold on. Oh, weird chat shadow things. Hold on, if it's gonna bring me up to the menu again. If you load your cleared save, you will start from the beginning of the game utilizing data from your cleared save. Note that if you overwrite your original data, you'll not be able to resume from where you previously left off. Like to create cleared save data? Sure, I'll just do it in another slot. Why not? Clear data. Why ever not? Can just do that. I wouldn't mind listening to some other soundtrack of this game while I'm doing my other review stuff. Maybe I should just mute the game and pull up a playlist of themes from this game. That's maybe what I should do. Yeah, maybe I'll do exactly that. Let's see here. Persona 5, Tactica, lyrics tracks, how about? I'm pretty sure there's a playlist that someone made of vocal tracks. That's the better way to put it. Let's see here. Yeah, and then I'll mute that, and then I'll put this on. This one. Oh, that's the one that was the credits theme. We just heard that not that long ago, so let's go on to other ones. Quiet Storm. Sure. Sure, let's listen to other P5 themes here. But yeah, so the art style is what I was just talking about there. It made sense for the 3DS with Persona Q and Q2, and again, there's lots of 3DS games I love that are in that art style, like Bravely Default and Bravely Second. But it made sense for the 3DS. And to be releasing a game with chibi characters like this for a Persona 5 spin-off on modern consoles like PS5, PC, Xbox, and Switch here, it just feels very out of place. This feels like an art style that would have been a lot more fitting for the 3DS, because that's what it was. That was what they first used it in for Persona spin-offs, was for the Q titles on the 3DS. But this, it's just very odd. Like, people will look at something like Persona 5 Strikers and be like, oh, this looks art style wise the exact same, and it's a spin-off, and like a spin-off sequel kind of thing. That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat, and Strikers apparently did pretty well for itself. But this game here, with this kind of look for modern consoles here, yeah, or maybe the Wii U, maybe that would have been fitting on the Wii U as well. It just doesn't feel like the kind of thing that you'd be seeing on modern consoles, art style wise, from something like Persona. Like, not to say that you wouldn't ever see like an art style of chibi ever come out in a video game ever again from this point onwards. Not what I'm saying there, but it just doesn't really match the normal kind of Persona look, especially for Persona 5 that established its art style with P5 Strikers, which was the same kind of thing. There was even the friggin' like P5 dancing game there that I've seen little clips of that's, again, the exact same art style. And then Q and Q2 that were in this kind of art style, and they continued with that for Strikers for some reason that I'm continuing with that with Strikers. Continue with that for Tactica for some reason. And I'm very confused about it. Like, it's an art style that can have some charm if done right, and there are definitely some cutscenes that had a decent bit of charm, but it's the kind of thing that you typically associate with, like, a more cartoony and family-friendly kind of thing. Not something that delves into the material that this game delved into, because this game did still have, like, some very serious tones that it delved into. that didn't really feel like the kind of thing that you'd be seeing in this kind of chibi game here. So like seeing Toshiro like stand up to his demons and all these super epic cutscenes and stuff while the characters are looking like this, it's like, huh? Like it's a little bit of a head scratcher. It's a little bit odd there. What about anything else I have for complaints? The Persona Fusion, I wish that it wasn't just like PNGs on a gear. I wish that it was actually like the 3D models and stuff like that, since I still have them from P5, like, and all the Personas in this were just reused from P5 anyway, so just, you know, slap them in. They already have the models, but nope, it was the PNGs on the gears. So I wish that that was different. In the hideout, I wish that there wasn't a different button for hideout and prep that's just like, here's different options in the same menus that you could you could make an argument for everything under hideout being in prep and everything in prep being in hideout. Like, why wasn't there just one button? It's weird. It seemed kind of odd. And the fact that there's 2 places for quests, and one is where you can actually embark on quests, and one is like the past quests, and they're both called quests. It's confusing. It is kind of odd. The in-game shop in the hideout became basically worthless once you unlock the ability to make weapons in the Velvet Room there. And I wish that the weapons that you made in the Velvet Room looked a little bit less cartoony, not like toys, and like a friggin' Super Soaker and stuff like that, like some of the things that we had there. But yeah, I think that that's probably all my negatives. Yeah, I can talk about the story here next, because I actually have some positive things to say about that. And I don't know about the canonicity of it. It might not be canon. I don't know how it works in Strikers. It's kind of like a sequel spin-off where it's like, it might be canon, it might not be, probably doesn't really matter. I don't know how it would match up timeline-wise, considering Persona 5 ended with like the Phantom Thieves breaking off and stuff. So I guess the fact that they're still together at the beginning of this would mean that it's not canon. I don't know how it works in Strikers. But yeah, it's something like that. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, so the story initially had the bit of a slow start, me asking like, oh, what the heck is going on here? We're just in some not palace, something a little bit crazier than a palace, and having to take on this crazy lady that wants to marry this guy that we don't know anything about. But when the story actually started coming together for what it was actually genuinely interesting. And the fact that it focused on this new character of Toshiro and really analyzing his story and his demons, I thought that that was actually really interesting. Because the various stories for the different palaces in Persona 5 were oftentimes interesting in their own right, but it was just like, hey, here's this section that's committed to this story, then we move on, and like, there'll be bigger picture stuff that all ties together, but that main story there doesn't really continue on or anything like that. It'll only continue on and like supports with the characters who were involved that we're talking about, like, oh man, that really sucked that time that we did that, but thanks for helping me through it, and stuff like that. Whereas this was like, the first world, we're dealing with Toshiro's crazy, batshit, insane fiance and stuff that abuses him and manipulates him and stuff like that. I talked a little bit about how in that world, like, there's, in original P5, in terms of like the main antagonist, there's basically no female villains in the main story. There isn't side quests and stuff. And the female characters in the main game are very often shown more as, like, victims. Sometimes that rise up and, like, join the Phantom Thieves and stuff like that, but oftentimes they're starting out as victims, and it's like, huh, or the whole thing where Bob with, I talked about this in my Violence in Games essay, where it's like, oh, here's a male teacher that has an interest in female students. He's this awful, abusive character that needs to be taken down as a first antagonist, but the moment a female teacher does it, oh, that's just fine, because the male is in control if you're the one that's, like, romancing the teacher and stuff. As the male, he's the one in control, and it's like, Persona 5 is kind of sexist, I'm gonna be honest. So I kind of appreciated when, like, there was this villain that we're seeing right here, where it's like, yeah, it can go the other way around here. There can be some batshit crazy women there, like his fiance and stuff, and him being the victim of abuse and manipulation and stuff like that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then the fact that that wasn't all that there was to his story. The second world being like his father that also just wants to manipulate him and shape him into the exact way that he expects him to be. Like this amazing public figure that everyone loves, even though, like, for both him and Toshiro, but for him in the background being not so great on the inside and stuff like that. And I thought that that was kind of interesting there. And then the third world kind of tackled a little bit of his past and how he thought that he was doing good by bringing this principle to justice, but ultimately just ended up causing a lot of harm because people tend to deal with things in these extremes where it's like all the classmates try to do everything they could to ruin this principal's life and make everything as miserable as possible, because that's kind of the way that cancel culture works, is there is no middle ground. It's always just like, yeah, the most extreme way that we're dealing with this person. And the fact that kind of made him second guess, like, man, was this path even right? People just took what I was saying and dealt in like way too much of extremes, and is this the path I want to take? And Arena, it ended up getting her hospitalized, and he really doubted himself and his own convictions and stuff there. I thought that those three worlds and exploring Toshiro was really fascinating. I think the fourth world is where it fell off. The fact that at the end of the third world is just like, once again, I am like Persona 5 at the end of it, like spoilers there for context, is, well, I guess not spoilers because it's expected that you've known that before this. But at the end of Persona 5, you basically fight God, who is a being that's come into existence from like everyone believing in like this higher power that they need to follow and direction in their lives and stuff like that. And the statement of Persona 5 at the end is like, no, screw that, we're all making our own paths and stuff like that, instead of just accepting everything of like the system that we've constructed here blindly. Because this god just wants order and everyone following along with what it says, because that's what the people want. And then the plot of this game is the final world is like, I'm another god that came into being because people wanted me, and I want to control and bring peace that way because it's what the people want. And it's like, they just did Persona 5 again, but worse. So I think this game was at its strongest when it focused on just like Toshiro coming to terms with like his own demons, being like his crazy fiance, his father, and then like himself facing Shadow Toshiro in the third world. But the fourth world where it's just like, yep, we're just doing the final boss of Persona 5 again with a different look that has apparently been responsible for like this whole kerfuffle all along. It's like, really? They really had to do that? They could have absolutely just played into like Toshiro's own demons, I feel like, rather than this external entity that's responsible for it all. And if they had done that and just said like, yeah, this is just another Persona 5 palace that's caused by distorted desires here, like it was in that game, and Toshiro is like so messed up in the head that it created this even crazier palace than anything that we've ever seen in main P5, I think that the story would have been a little bit stronger, rather than like the whole main idea that I got really behind of Toshiro coming to terms with his demons throughout the first three worlds. I started getting really into that. But then right at the end, they're just like, nope, now it's about this other godlike being that was responsible for it the whole time, that is basically like the same final boss as P5 original, but worse. And that's where I also kind of stopped understanding the story. Like, wait, who is this final boss that I'm fighting here? And they came into being by the people again, and he created this world in Toshiro said, what? Like, so I kind of stopped understanding it as well. And I really wish that it had just focused more on Toshiro overcoming like his own demons, because that was where the story was at its strongest. And that's what it was ultimately about at the end there, as he's like standing up to his father and his bitch fiance there, and stuff. That's what it was ultimately about. I feel like this game could have absolutely cut out the godlike being, and it would have made no difference. And they could have absolutely put like more levels into the game itself if they wanted to pad out those three worlds, because I feel like Shadow Toshiro would have been a good final boss to finish it off on. Like, here's literally like the way that he perceives himself and like his own demons and stuff like that as the final boss. I think that would have been stronger. And then just have like more levels that pad it out to like the same game length, but have that be the final boss. This new final boss that came in of like this god that was responsible for it all, I feel like hurt the plot overall, is what I feel, because it was just P5 but worse, and it's distracted from the main thing that the story was doing up until this point by just attributing everything to an external entity that doesn't even have anything to do with Toshiro's own demons anymore. But I thought that Toshiro was like a very interesting character. I started to really like him. In the very beginning, it was like, who is this guy that's just like this unconfident politician guy that's like tagging along with us? But after realizing that he's kind of the victim here, that is the one that made this whole cognitive world of distorted desires, and finding out the reason for that, it feels like it was able to explore him more in depth than any of the palace characters of main Persona 5. And I started to like really root for him and be like, whoa, I really want him to find his inner strength and be able to see this through. And the fact that there was like the twist with Shadow Toshiro when we were facing him, that Arena was like his persona the whole time. Like earlier in the game when it was like, oh yeah, Toshiro and Arena, it seems like they can't summon personas. They're trying and they just can't seem to do it. But then Toshiro is able to summon his persona and it was Arena all along. That was a cool kind of twist. I like that. Where it's like, this is his inner self and this is like his desire for revolution and change and his own convictions. I like that. So that was pretty cool. And then Toshiro becoming a playable character instead of just like a guest character. He still counted as a guest in the party. Like I still labeled him as that. For the fact that he was a playable character with his own mechanics at that point that then changed up how the game played. I like that. Toshiro is this politician that joined us. Joker is a character that you name yourself. His canon name is Ren. But Toshiro is a guy that's exclusive to this game that he's not even on this title. Oh, you can see him on the left, like his fist and like a little bit of his suit and his face. So at first I was like, what the heck is going on here? But with him, but with his own unique story. Yeah, he had his own unique story that's exclusive to this game. He wasn't in Persona 5. I rather liked him. And I liked the parts where it was focusing on his story, and I wish that it does that more. He gets introduced like a third of the way through the first world, maybe halfway through the first world. We do a decent bit without him, and we find that he's a prisoner by Marie, which is his fiancée there. And we free him, and he's lost his memory, so he has no idea what's going on, and he's piecing things together. I'm like, man, what's this random bumbling politician judo doing in our party? But then you find out what's going on, and it's actually kind of cool. So there's 4 worlds. The first one is taking down his crazy fiancé. The second one is about his father that manipulates him. The third one is about like himself and his own inner demons there. And then the 4th one is this god that was responsible for it all along. And it's like, man, they could have just cut out that 4th one and made the first 3 ones a little bit longer. And gotten to the good part of the story in the first world earlier. Is what I feel like. So, yeah, it's something like that. And you only really begin to find out the real part about his character a little bit later on. But that's him there. But yeah, I like the part where Arena was really his persona, where it's like, this was this figure that he grew up with that kind of helped him in his revolutionary path there, but was a little bit of a victim of that principle and ended up being hospitalized. And as we saw at the end there, like, still struggles to walk and stuff. But the fact that she was the figure that he imagined is like the one that gave him strength to pursue his revolutionary ideas. It's I quite like that. I thought it was pretty cool. And also, speaking of revolutionary ideas, this game seemed to have a lot of themes around like Russian Revolution with all these reds, and some of the actual arts that it showed, especially in like the principal section there, was clear. And look at that! That's clearly Russian Revolution inspired. And like Ernesto's whole look and stuff. So this game had a very interesting fixation on the Russian Revolution there. I know that this game is all about revolution, but yeah, that was kind of interesting there. Also, one minor complaint that I am also remembering, the whole flag of revolution that Arena has, like, I liked how it was used in the beginning, where it's like, this undoes Marie's stuff by putting in the flag of revolution, and there was a time that she got shot and couldn't carry it on, and Toshiro was able to carry it on and plant it. That was a little bit symbolic of what his character would become later and everything. But the flag just wasn't used like ever again until the final blow of the final boss. It was used quite a lot in the first world. It was used in a cutscene at the end of the second world. I don't think it was used at all in the third world. And then in the fourth, it was only used to like stab into the head of the final boss. So this game has like the whole flag of revolution there as a main theme, but it's just not a consistently used idea is the case. But yeah, and yeah, you did hear it right. There is a very much Russian Revolution themes in this game. And yeah, it is basically the logo, and it's used a lot in the first world, not all in the second, except for a cutscene at the end where she's just like waving it off some balcony. Not at all in the third, and then yeah, it's just used to stab into the head of the final boss at the end. So I wish that it had a little bit more of a presence throughout the game than it did, is what I definitely wish. Yeah, so that's kind of what that's the whole art style. I do like that they stayed kind of consistent with that theme, but yeah, it's a interesting specific revolution to be drawing. Yeah, clearly Russian Revolution kind of style there, but yeah, they definitely played very much into that theme, and like props on them for their consistency with this whole color scheme and theming that they were doing there. But yeah, interesting thing to be drawing parallels to there. Other things I like about this story, I do like how the real world Arena comes and finds him at the end after hearing about everything that he's doing, and like they meet up again and all that. I thought that that was kind of cute. I enjoyed that. The story overall felt very much like the Phantom Thieves were inserted into a story that they didn't really have too much to do with, that they didn't have any personal connections to. All the palaces in Persona 5 Royal was all things that various members of the Phantom Thieves had some sort of personal connection to. This was the story that was completely disconnected from anything that they had going on, which I guess might make sense as a standalone game where maybe you don't need to have knowledge of Persona 5 apart from just like the basic rules of the world and stuff like that to be able to play this game. And even then, you can hop into this game and play it and just be like, hey, these are Phantom Thief characters. I don't know much about them, but I can get into them and play it. So I guess it makes sense for it to be kind of disconnected, but it kind of reminded me of the fourth Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I remember someone making a review where how they described it was it felt like a movie where there's a completely different pirate adventure that Jack Sparrow was just inserted into. That's what I felt like with this game, but with the Phantom Thieves, where it's like, here's a story that basically has nothing to do with them really, or anything that they've done in the past, but they've been inserted into it. It was interesting at times, but it felt very much like there was no real connection there. And maybe that's intentional so that you don't need to have played Persona 5 to be able to have a connection to this. Maybe. I don't know. But it didn't really feel like they had a connection to it. It was an unrelated story that Phantom Thieves have just been inserted into to make this strategy RPG. Was the case. What are some other things? Another complaint that I remembered, the fact that this game has day one DLC. You go to the store, you buy this game for full price, come home on launch day, and you see that there's, what, like $30, $40 worth of DLC to buy available on day one, and it's like, really? They couldn't have just included that in the main game? No, they specifically developed this all alongside just so they could sell extra content on day one. Like, day one DLC has to be, like, one of my most hated things in video games. Like, yeah, you love to see it. So, there's the whole Repaint Your Heart pack, and, that's apparently the one that shows Akechi and Sumire, your Persona 5 Royal party members there. I guess Akechi's partially a party member in a Persona 5 main game, but like becomes a real party member in a Royal there. If you want to play as them in Persona 5 Tactica, that's part of the Repaint Your Heart pack, which is day one DLC, which is apparently like a challenge mode from what I hear. So there's the Repaint Your Heart pack that features those two characters from Royal that you don't have in this game otherwise, even though Royal came out like, what, like 4 years ago or something now? I think it came out in 2019. Something like that. So it's been out for a while, but you want the Royal characters, you better pay extra in this game. There was the extra Personas pack, which is just like, hey, we took out some of the Personas and put them behind a DLC paywall, essentially. There's like weapon skins, I think. I think that's everything, and that's a whole bunch of day one DLC and stuff like that. But yeah, so there's that, and apparently Atlus really likes doing day one DLCs, and honestly, fuck them for that. So yeah, there's or was it Atlus or was it SEGA in general? I don't know, something like that. Anyway, screw whoever's responsible for that. So yeah, that feels kind of scummy, and I'm not big on that. Other things, the music. My goodness, the soundtrack of this game is so slapping. I'm so sad that this game didn't really take off more for probably because like art style and Persona 5 fatigue and Persona 3 Reload coming out right around the corner. I attribute it as like probably the 3 key reasons why this game didn't really take off as much as I thought it would. But I really wish it had more so that people would be like transcribing sheet music and making midis and stuff like that out of the themes, because the music is awesome. I love the music of this game. I love the music of Persona 5, and I really love the music of this game. This was fantastic. The lyric themes of this game, like some of the stuff that we're listening to right now, man, it slaps. The soundtrack of this game was amazing. I loved it. This was a absolute kick-ass soundtrack, no doubt about that. Gameplay-wise, the tactics, I do like how it wasn't just a copy paste of other established SRPGs. It seemed like the biggest inspiration from what I could tell was Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which itself is heavily inspired by XCOM. But this felt more I haven't played XCOM, but I've seen a decent bit of gameplay of it from my game design classes. And this game felt more like Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle than XCOM from what I know of XCOM. So it seems like that game was probably their key inspiration. But I like how it wasn't just that. There's a lot that makes this game unique, and they tried to play in a lot of Persona mechanics, like, specifically Persona 5. I haven't played enough of the Persona series to be able to say if it's Persona mechanics in general. But things like the one more, that's how you boost yourself further, is you inflict them with an ailment and then you hit them from there. Or you hit someone that's in the open. Or you knock someone off a high ledge and get a follow-up from someone that's shooting down below. Like, all these ways that you can extend your movement, and ways that you can get creative with it. I really liked the one more mechanic. I liked the all-out attack mechanic. Being a Persona thing, of course they need to put in an all-out attack. I like the way that they handled it. It was pretty OP. Like, it probably should get some nerfing, especially in Merciless mode. Because, my goodness, I'm out here playing in Merciless difficulty, the highest difficulty of the game, and doing an all-out attack and just, like, deletes 80% of their health, if not just immediately killing them, and it's like, wow. Holy crap, that's insane. But it was cool. I like the unique mechanics there. I like that there was both the gun and the Persona, and like the SP is kind of limited and you get some ways later to regenerate it, but it's still like something that you need to kind of manage and stuff. By the time I was at the end, I could basically burn however much SP I wanted to most of the time because I was regenerating it so fast that I could probably use some nerfing too. But I generally like that. The whole sub-personas thing and the fact that anyone can equip a sub-persona except for Arena since she is a persona, to kind of change around your builds and get different passives and different powers and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of cool. I like that. So I definitely like the customizability there. What other kind of Persona mechanics were there in this? There was something else that I was going to say and I kind of completely forgot about. And now I don't remember what it is. Something that isn't a Persona mechanic per se, but one of the things that I did like about the strategy of this game was the elevators, the thing where you step on the switch and you go up and down. I'm pretty sure it was the second world that introduced that, if I recall. But that actually made me have to start thinking about my turn order, like who I was moving when, and what the order was going to be here. Like, I'm gonna move this person here, and oh wait, someone needs to get across. I'm gonna move back here, now the platform goes down, I move across, or maybe I move onto the platform, I take the elevator and I go back up again. And like, things that make the actual order in which you move your characters important, instead of just like, oh, I'll take Ryuji's turn, then I'll take Joker's turn, then I'll take Yusuke's turn, or whatever the heck. Like, the order that I moved them mattered, and the elevators very much played into that. And combine that with things like the one more mechanics, and I was able to go like really ham if I actually thought things out. Like the final phase of the second world final boss that I was able to complete in one turn. Like, that I felt good about. There were moments like that where I was like, wow, I did the thing. That's kind of cool. And some of the later levels in general had like some interesting mechanics, like some of the challenge maps that were like, do it in one turn, that actually made me think. There were some maps that made me think. Overall, I'd say that this was like my easiest SRPG, but there were some maps here and there that did make me have to use my noggin, that I wish there was more of. I wish that there was more of those. That would have been pretty cool. I would have very much liked that. Anything else I have to mention about this this game? I'm gonna head off for the night. Already super late here. I don't want to sleep in super late into the day either. Take care. Have a good night. Yeah, that's fair enough there. Take care, Guzma. I'm just gonna wrap up my review and then I'm gonna go to bed here pretty soon as well. What else? The design for Ernesto, the new persona that this game introduced, for being Toshiro's persona, I like the design of. I thought that she was pretty cool. That was neato there. I don't know, like the graphic drawn out arts that encompass the whole page, those were kind of charming when those would happen, and they make great thumbnails and stuff. But yeah, you will also sleep good night. Well, I hope you enjoyed the lurk for however long that was, Carvia. Have a good night there. Is there anything else I want to mention about this game? So overall, I had kind of mixed feelings. I will say that I liked it more than I disliked it. I don't regret playing this game. It did have some cool things going for it. There are a lot of ways that this game could have been better. But overall, I'd say that this was pretty alrighty, and I'm glad I put the time in. I'm done with the main game. There is gonna be one more stream after this, because again, day one DLC, so I picked that up on sale, and I'll showcase the day one DLC. next time I stream it. Next time I stream will probably be the final time then. But yeah, that's the end of Persona 5 Tactica. If I forgot anything, I guess I'll mention it while I'm playing the DLC. Something like that. Oh, I remember something that I really hate about this game. That gross, like, black and red loading screen. I get now why they want to go with black and red, what with this whole, like, Russian Revolution theme and stuff like that. So, I get that they wanted to make a black and red loading screen. That makes sense now that I'm putting it together. But the way that they handled it, where it's just like all these blobs everywhere, it's like all this stuff in your face, it hurt my eyes. When those loading screens came up, like, I'd look at them for a little bit, and then I'd often just, like, look away and just not be able to look at it, because it was genuinely jarring and painful to the eyes. I think that is genuinely the worst loading screen I've seen in my life. There were lots of other loading screens in this game that were a lot better, like the star weapons, like the star firearms there, that when it's ready to transition over, they fire and then the new screen comes in. There were other loading screens at times, but man, that black and red, like, blobs doing a chemical reaction all over the screen and just bombarding your eyes. That is genuinely the worst loading screen I've seen in my life. That, my goodness, they made a loading screen to just, like, hurt people's eyes. It was so bad. I never thought I'd hate a loading screen as much as I hate that loading screen, but I genuinely hate that loading screen. So there was that. Is there anything else that I've forgotten to mention? While the music overall slapped, I wish that the final boss theme was a little bit more epic throughout. I really like the reflective part of the final boss theme, where it goes into, like, the solo kind of bit, and even, like, some of the acoustic, I think it was an acoustic guitar solo playing in the background at some points that I thought was kind of cool, but I wish that the whole thing overall was a little bit more epic. Like some of these lyric themes that we have. I'm disappointed that the final boss theme wasn't a vocal theme. That would have been really cool. Okay, am I done? Am I through? Have I said all the things that I want to say? So yeah, overall mixed feelings about this game. I'd say that I liked it more than I disliked it. There's a lot to like about this game. There's a lot to dislike about this game. Overall, it was pretty alrighty. And yeah, the things that I liked, I really liked. The things I disliked, I really disliked. It's kind of what it was. I'll see how I feel about the day one DLC when I play it. I feel like I might still be forgetting something. I don't know what it is, though, if I missed anything. I've been giving this review for a decent while now, so I feel like I should be through the thingamabobs. Overall, pretty alrighty game, but could definitely have a lot of room for improvement. It could have been taken in a very different direction. But yeah, overall, pretty nice. Pretty nice. This took me 8 streams. I guess next time will be stream 9 when I do the day 1 DLC. And then I can just commit to Persona 3 Reload. I think the next Persona stream I'm gonna do is gonna be another Persona 3 Reload stream or 2. And then I'll come back and do the DLC of this at some point. Maybe even this week. I have this week off of university because of reading week, so maybe I'll get it through and then this playthrough is fully complete at that point. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I think that that's all the things. Probably. But doesn't this music slap? Isn't this music awesome? Here comes my favorite part of this theme. It's such a slapper, isn't it? Alright, but yeah. I'm out of here. We'll cover the day 1 DLC some other time. But for now, yeah, that was Persona 5 Tactica. So appreciate everyone who tuned in to this. I'm so used to saying a set of shenanigans at the end of streams. What I define this as a set of shenanigans. This very different adventure, I'll say. I generally enjoyed it. We'll do the day 1 DLC at some point and then finish off Persona 3 Reload, and that's going to be a long playthrough. And then the next Persona game after that is probably going to be Persona 5 Strikers. I would like to do the other big, like, spin-off of Persona 5 and see what that's about. And I'll see what I think about Persona 5 Strikers at some point. It might not even be this year. That's probably going to take a while before I get that far, but I'll play it at some point. I own it. I own it on my Switch. I was just playing this one first because it was the new release, and I figure, hey, Strike While the Iron's Hot, play it while it's a new release here. But yeah, I'll play that one at some point. Got into Persona for the first time with P5, and now I have all these plans for, I'm doing quite a few Persona games now, aren't I? Because I kind of like Persona now. I will say. But yeah, so I'm gonna go get some sleep. It is 3, oh my goodness, it's not 3 in the morning, it's 4 in the morning. Oh. Okay, yeah, I better go get some sleep. I actually have a decent few things I still need to do tomorrow. Well, today. You know what I mean. Whatever. All right. Until next time, take care and see ya. Goodbye.